off the bat, I'm just basically going to go through the pickups and see how they blend together, brightness, fatness, clarity, just kind of see what we got here. I'm also going to check the pots and see like how sweeping the tone pots are. So I'm just in a bridge for a single coil. I'm just looking for something spanky and bright, but not annoying on the high end. That's really cool. I mean, it's bright, but it's still not piercing, which is nice. Yeah, let's try neck. It's fat, it's clear. A lot of times with the neck pickup, I think something almost has like a tubey sound on a Strat, which I know that's not really something you would use to describe a neck pickup, but to me, it's a specific sound. I hear like it's like a fat but clear top. I don't know. It just sounds like warm and gritty to me and clear. I know it's probably not, tubey is probably not a way to describe them, but that's sometimes how I hear like a single coil pickup, and I like that. Yeah, that's it. And then I would probably usually forego the middle pickup. I'd probably check out the more like out of phase things on a Strat maybe. So I know this is usually a big funk favorite. Ooh, that's super stratty. That's really nice. Let's try the overdrive. So, let me add a little more clarity. I turned up the amp a little bit. It's on 9, so it's pretty much at that breakup zone. So if I really drive the amp, how hard I hit the guitar, it'll definitely be a little distorted or overdriven. If I play quieter, it'll be really fat, but it won't be as overdriven. So maybe that's a good way to kind of push your amp and have some variety in sound. And then it's nice to take an overdrive to like kind of take it over the top. So this way you have 3 sounds. You can play quietly and have definition still. You can hit a little harder and be more aggressive and have some more overdrive kind of rock sound. And then you could take this, for solos or for like ultimate rock or something, So this would be quiet, So if you hit it harder, probably can hear it more noticeably on the bridge. Man, that mix is so loud, wow. So now I have the delay set for some extra schmutz, as I like to call it, some grit, some extra length to the tails of your notes. Maybe that's good for soloing. So I will play amp, no overdrive, kick on the overdrive for some more rock sound, some solos, kick in the delay pedal as well so you can hear 1, 2, 3. I think this amp sounds fantastic. It's really clear and chimey on the when it's a little dialed back, you know, in the 4 to 7 volume range, and then it can really open up when you get to 9 and 10 with some more gritty, super fat, thick kind of more overdrive vibe. The reverb, you could get really intense reverb on it. It's clear, it's still warm. So I think the amp's really great, and it's super small. And it's totally loud, like in a good way. It's not incredibly loud, but it's a good amount of loud. And the fact that it's like $599 is ridiculous. That's a steal. I mean, it's incredible. This guitar, also, I'm really impressed by this guitar. I think it sounds really, really great. It's bright without being annoying bright and like ice picky. To me, that's like this extra top end brightness that hurts your ears almost. So you get a lot of clarity from this. The pickups, like you can really tell the differences between the pickups. You get a really big like variety and sound right there, which is really great. I mean, just from the bridge to the bridge and middle alone, it's like 2 different guitars. You get that out of phase, beautiful sound right there. You can hear it better with when it's a little less driven, but killing it. So yeah, I'm really, really impressed. This is the volume at 4, so you're hearing more of the tone of the guitar, less kind of rich harmonic thing from more drive, so it'll be clearer. So here's bridge. Neck. Let's do a Stratty one. Lot of tonal variations just within 3 pickups. That's awesome. So I was going through the time I was seeing how fast the delay is, actually virtually unnoticeable when it's completely to the left, versus how slow it can be. And so I just came onto that, and I just thought it was a pleasant sound for a faster delay. But I normally don't use that kind of slapback type of thing. What I like about this, with the extra repeats, it is slapback vibe, but it's just not as like honky sounding. So I just kind of played a little bit of a more rhythmic, up-tempo, maybe slapback type of feel to hear that in its own element. You know, just to kind of give it that. Because it does remind me of that. It's reminiscent of a slapback. But normally how I like to set my delays, it depends on what kind of style I'm doing, but if I was gonna solo, I'd probably set it a little slower, so maybe. Yeah. Maybe a little less repeats. The mix it's really loud considering how low the mix is. You can actually get the mix to be louder than your. That's crazy. Which is kind of cool. Maybe you can do something weird, like, I don't know, let's see, like a swell thing. I guess it doesn't oscillate. But that's, I guess it has infinite repeats. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, wow. Let's play with the amp for a minute. So this is with some reverb, a little more clean and with some more reverb. So even though I'm adding a lot of reverb, it still sounds pretty nice. It's not in the way of the tone. What's interesting is that even though it's on 5, the reverb, I'm not swimming in. It's kind of almost tucked behind the notes, so you almost can't have too much reverb. Okay, this is 8.5 reverb. I mean, that's an incredible amount of reverb, but you're still hearing the actual strumming of the chords. I mean, that's really, really valuable, especially for live, because it won't muddy up your sound, but you can still have the space. This would be a really great gigging amp for quieter venues, especially with drummers who don't play super loud. You can get a lot out of this. You might want the tone at like 4 in the volume to be clear. So that would sound really good. It's really great if you have a small car. If you're in cities where you're taking Ubers or taxis, it would be really, really good because it's really small, has a lot of tonal variety and a lot of sound. This would be a really great, very simple rig to take out and play a gig. I mean, anything from a coffee house to your local like 250-seat venue would be great. And then you could theoretically also bring it to some place like Madison Square Garden as long as it's mic'd up and you get it in your monitors, for loudness. But you have your clean, you can push it, you got some verb, you can kick on your overdrive for some extra stuff for solos, you can throw on your delay, you can have it set to whatever you want. It's changeable quickly, you can change it quickly to have different things if you need. So super simple and really compact and awesome.